I don't like this noise.
No, I don't like it either.
Okay, what?
We're just in a really sketchy bit area, and something made a weird noise down there.
Oh shit! Did you hear that fucking thunder?
This is a sign.
This is mental.
We do something different for once, and it's thundering and lightning.
Right, so we're gonna try. Well, this is a brand new concept to us, and we've wanted to try something like this for ages. So we're gonna try it tonight. This first episode is gonna be about a guy called Peter William Coonan, also known as Peter William Sutcliffe, also known as the Yorkshire Ripper. This guy's like reign of terror started in 1975, finished in 1980, and we're gonna go to Sheffield now, and Sheffield is where he got arrested.
Yeah. Whoa, fuck, was that 38 years ago?
It's a long time, isn't it?
It's 38 years ago, and his like legend is still.
Well,
we're going right fucking now.
Should I just?
It's your catchphrase.
We're going right fucking now. But he'd been arrested for all kinds of shit before. He'd been arrested, I think, 4 times. You should see the mugshots that people had made up. The
photo fits.
Yeah, the photo fits. They were like spitting image of him. And one of the times he got arrested, in the room he was arrested, there was a fucking wanted poster for him with the
with his face.
With the photo fit of his face.
What? No one twigged.
No one twigged. So on the 2nd of January 1981, Sutcliffe was stopped by police with a 24-year-old prostitute in the driveway of a light trades house in Melbourne Avenue, Broomhill, Sheffield. Yeah. So starting at where he got arrested, and we're going to work his way back. Oh,
it's a bump.
This right here.
This right, I think. It's down there, I think.
Melbourne Avenue, we're taking a walk.
Melbourne Avenue.
We're taking a walk. Let's park and ride.
Started.
We'll just roll with it.
No,
we'll just.
Shit, I'm still recording. No, we can't fucking just
There's a
go
party.
in.
We'll just roll with it.
We can't just go into a party. We're just filming a murder mystery thing.
Come on, let's go. It's not a mystery. We know fucking. We know.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it's meant to be fucking spooky as this shit, and they're all pissed up.
Right. Just to let you know, we've just been waiting out for about 10 minutes because we've gone down this road.
They've gone down Murder Road.
No one got murdered down this road.
Oh right, is this not Murder Road?
This is just where he got arrested. This is where he was with a prostitute.
Right, okay. Stopped. Well, it's a dead end, so they must all be going to an house. So is this definitely the right road? Melbourne Avenue. This is the road where he got arrested. What were he doing down here? It's a dead end.
We were prostitutes, I'm guessing, back in the day.
This wasn't like this.
We've got the boys.
We're in the middle of a student rave. This is ruining it.
There's like a big tank or something that he had a piss behind.
Like a gas tank, like those massive gas tanks.
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, but that looked on years ago, Norton.
Yeah, but that's where he disposed of the hammer. Right, so he got arrested here. Right, and the copper who arrested him, he asked him if he could go for a piss. So then we went for a piss.
So he got arrested for using a prostitute down here?
Yeah, pretty much. No, well, what happened is he got arrested. He obviously was up to no good, he looked a bit dodgy, so they ran his plates. Yeah. And his plates he'd stolen from a scrapyard.
Right.
So they arrested him for nicking plates.
Right. So then he said, "Can I go for a piss?" And he took the hammer with him.
Yeah, and then he got rid of the hammer.
And he got rid of the hammer. But then what? The copper saw it, or
No, what happened is the cop went back the next day, and then that's when it cottoned on.
cottoned on that he dropped the hammer.
Yeah. Do you know what was really shit as well? Because the investigation was a West Yorkshire Police investigation. Top guy in West Yorkshire Police said that whoever arrests the Ripper will get a promotion.
Yeah.
And the shit thing is, a copper from South Yorkshire arrested him, so he never got a promotion. The South Yorkshire
So the
copper
South
never
Coast copper never got a promotion.
What a cunt.
Right. Yeah, so it says this place closed after 60 years serving industries, blah 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 blah. Opened its doors in the 1940s. Now I'm trying to find a picture of it. Best White Trades House.
That. Do you reckon that looks like it's someone's house? It's either a toss up between that or that. But look, there's parking. There's parking in there. There's parking in there.
3 Melbourne Avenue. So yeah, this is number 3.
I think honestly, I think that's it. It looks kind of like it. Obviously, we're not going to go over the gate because we don't do trespassing, do we?
No. So yeah, this looks like the place.
So this is where it all ended. Fucking weird, because we had like 20 people walk past us,
Yeah.
and they had no idea.
It must not have been like that before.
They had no idea.
So where we're going now? Where it all began?
Yeah, let's do it. Right, there's a bit in this whole story that kind of that fucks it for everyone. Someone sent a tape in. I don't know if we'll be able to. I guess we can be able to play it. Someone sent a tape recording him pretending to be him. It's like a hoax.
I'm Jack. I see you are still having no luck catching me. I have the greatest respect for you, George. But Lord, you are no nearer catching me now than 4 years ago when I started.
I think it was 5 years in. He had like a Geordie accent.
I warned you in March that I'd strike again. Sorry it wasn't Bradford. I'm not quite sure when I'll strike again. But it will be definitely sometime this year.
They got like a fucking language guy on it, and he narrowed it down to he was from Sunderland. Police's mentality was, if they don't have like a Geordie accent, don't bother.
They never learn, do they, George? I bet you've warned them, but they never listen. Well, it's been nice chatting to you, George. Yours, Jack the Ripper.
So then they went to Sunderland, and they were interviewing people there. So that fucked it for everyone.
First victim was Wilma McCann.
She wasn't a prostitute, and she got killed within viewing distance of her house.
She was 28 years old.
Yeah.
She was killed in 1975 at 1:30 on a Thursday morning. Scott Hall Avenue, Chapeltown. This is why I want,
Right,
this is why I want like a camera, you know, just in the van at all times.
The thing is, it's not. This isn't necessarily about like where. This isn't like a.
Spit it out.
It's not like an information thing for people.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not claiming to be experts.
This
on
isn't.
shit.
Yeah,
The
this
same way that when we go exploring, we're not claiming to be experts.
Yeah,
on that
absolutely not. But it's more of like we just want to be in that place where it happened and like feel it.
Yeah.
If you know, if you follow me. So that's what it's mainly about.
I don't know. It's like it's 12:30 at night. Like we're gonna get to this place. It's gonna end up being like 1:30 in the morning. Holy shit!
No fucking way! No fucking way!
I've only just caught on.
Yeah, I just fucking clicked. Do you want to tell her?
We're gonna get there at pretty much the exact time that she was killed.
Yeah, that's mental. You recording?
Yeah.
So, roughly this time, that's when the shit went down. It's mad that.
So it's roughly around this area. We don't know exact.
We don't know the exact place, but one of
But
these
the
houses
street
is where the victim actually lived. The street is behind there.
Do you want the story of the first one?
Yeah.
Because I've like partially read this and you
Right.
haven't.
Shoot, go for it.
So like, she left her kids in like the house. She left her 9-year-old in charge, which I think is a bit weird.
But then again, like, it's the 70s, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
9-year-old, you were like
And
a couple more years and you were sent to work.
And basically, she went out drinking,
Yeah.
like on a night out, and she went around all the local pubs. And she was walking back, and even though it was like only like a stone's throw away, she flagged down a lorry driver for a lift.
Yeah.
And lorry driver, like, when she got in and she was like pissed out of her head and that, lorry driver like, nah, fuck off. And then she flagged down Sutcliffe.
Oh shit.
Right, so then Sutcliffe suggested that they do it on the grass, and she stormed off up the hill.
Is this the hill, I'm guessing?
Well, I don't know exactly, but we're around that area.
Fuck.
And he put his coat on the grass while concealing a hammer in his right hand. She then sat down on the coat, unfastened her trousers, and sneered, "Come on then, get it over with." Sutcliffe replied, "Don't worry, I will," and promptly struck her several times with the hammer.
Fuck.
I've got fucking goosebumps.
So he never actually had sex with her?
No, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything sexual. He just
killed her?
Just killed her.
Fucking hell. Fucking chaos. Jesus Christ.
That's proper giving me goosebumps.
It's mental to see.
And like within around, obviously we don't know the exact spot, but within 100 yards of where we're standing.
It's mental. I can feel it. It's crazy. Jesus Christ. Just like under the fucking nose of Leeds as well, like right there.
Yeah.
Such crazy shit happened right here.
But yeah, so but I've got his confession. This is what he said. It's actually really long, so I'm gonna like summarise. He said, "That was the incident that started it all. I was driving through Leeds late at night. I'd been somewhere having a couple of pints. You'll know the date better than me. It was Wilmer McCann. I was in my Ford Capri. Basically, he saw a woman thumbing for a lift on Wetherby Road. He stopped and asked her how far she was going. He said, I was in quite a good mood and we were talking on the way. She said something about, just before we stopped, about, did I want business? So she actually asked if he wanted business. To me, I didn't know what she meant by this. I asked her to explain, and straight away a scornful tone came into her voice, which took me by surprise. Because she had been so pleasant, she said, bloody hell, do I have to spell it out? She said, as though it was a challenge. My reaction was to agree to go with her. She told me where to park the car. It was just off this road. We turned left. We came into this field, which sloped up. So that field... That's where the slope was.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
I parked near the field. We sat there for a minute talking, and then all of a sudden her tone changed, and she said, "Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get on with it." Before we stopped, she said that it would cost a £5. I don't know how much a £5 was worth back in 1975, but
I know that like he went down tried to like go and play Insanity. he tried to go the insanity route to get like obviously less time or not time in prison or anything, because he was a grave digger in Bingley. That was like his first job. He was a grave digger, and he said that that's when he got a message from God telling him to rid the streets of prostitutes.
What the fuck?
But going off that,
yeah, I know.
It makes
basically
no sense.
he says, unless this is like, he did say that this was the one that started it all.
Yeah.
So it might have been like completely taken.
Maybe
it
just-
sounded. I mean, this is his confession. This is his story, but it sounds like you were taken aback by like what was happening. So like they were sat in the car, and she was like trying to get it going, sort of thing, and he was like, I can't just kept going at the drop of a hat. And then she opened the car door, got out, slammed the door, so I'm presuming either it was a convertible or the window was open, and said, I'm going, it's going to take you all fucking day, you're fucking useless. And then he says he suddenly felt himself seething with rage. He got out of the car wanting to hit her and pay her back for the insult. He went up to her and said, hang on a minute, don't go off like that. She was only 3 or 4 strides away. She turned around and said something like, oh, you can fucking manage it now, can you? She sounded as though she was taunting me. So then he asked to do it on the grass.
and then that's when.
And she said, I'm not going to do it here, bloody well next to the car. And with that, they stormed up the hill into the field. So it was just further over that hill where.
Yeah.
Fuck. He had a toolbox in the back seat of the car. He took a hammer out of the toolbox, followed her into the field, and took his coat with him, obviously to conceal the hammer.
I know when he got arrested initially, because there is some of it, like, because his signature weapon was the hammer, but there was some where he like stabbed them like ridiculous amount of times, and then there was one where he tried cutting off a woman's head with a hacksaw.
Oh, this is a fucking giant leap from just.
Yeah, I know, but he fucked up and he left one of the knives somewhere. And the police found it, and then when he got arrested, they went and looked around his house, and you know, like the wooden like box that you have to put knives in.
Yeah.
The second biggest one was missing, and the lead detective guy was like, "That's the knife."
He said he hit her with the hammer in the head. He stood up the time behind her. He hit her once or twice on the head. She fell down flat on her back, making horrible noises like moaning, gurgling noise. He thought, well, this is what he said. I thought, God, what have I done? I knew I had gone too far. I ran to the car intending to drive off. I sat in the car for a while. I could see her arm moving. I was numb with panic. I still had a hammer in my hand. I put it back in my toolbox. I half expected her to get up and realised I would be in serious trouble. I thought the best way out of this mess was to make sure she couldn't tell anyone. I took the knife out of the toolbox. I didn't know this, but I took the knife out of the toolbox, and it had a wood handle with one sharp side. The blade was about 7 inches long. I went to her. She was still lying on her back. I thought that to make certain she was dead, I would stab her in places like the lungs, the throat. I stabbed her at least 4 times, once in the throat before I stabbed her in the body. I pulled her blouse or whatever it was, it was, and her bra, and I could see where I was stabbing her. I was in blind panic. I was stabbing her just to make sure she wouldn't tell anyone.
Jesus fucking Christ. That happened like over there.
Like, hearing it so fucking...
That is fucking...
Hearing it like from his
own like...
From his own like mouth and like... Well, not from his own, but what he said. And like so vividly.
There's a fucking creepy cat walking.
Well, you don't not do that. I thought you were going to say there's
that?
I don't know, where is it?
There's a cat. Look right there.
Oh
just
shit,
staring
yeah.
at us. It's been a weird night.
But yeah, so obviously this is the first killing that he did, and we've done like where he got caught. There's obviously like
There's a lot more.
there's a whole fucking story. Watch out, don't run over that cat. And there's a million fucking documentaries about this that you can watch that
This is a pilot pretty much for this like serial killer esque show that we want to do. So obviously feedback welcome, and if anyone's got any Ripper stories.
I know what the feedback's going to be.
What?
Where's Al? Al is driving around Sheffield in his car with his boyfriend. That's where Al is.
Yeah. So, yeah, if anyone has got any Ripper stories or...
That car's just pulled up right next to us.
No, just go. Weird. Yeah, if anyone's got any Ripper stories or anyone knows anything or anyone wants to share any information with us about this, then obviously the comments are down below. If you're new to us and you found us through this video, then please...
We also do urban exploring videos.
We do, so go and check them videos out. Urban exploring. So go and check them videos out, and all the social media stuff will be somewhere on the screen. And we now have Twitch. So if you are a user of Twitch, go and follow us on Twitch, and I will be doing some live streaming very soon. We'll be doing some live streaming very soon. So I will leave you with this video, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Anything to add to that, Lloydie?
I want to go to bed with you.